Zechariah 14:5, and ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azul. Yeah, ye shall flee, like as ye fled before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah the king of Judah. For the Lord my power shall come, and all the saints with thee. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Waharakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the bishops of GMS, who rule well and who teach well. And salutations to the hopeful elect brethren out there on the four corners of the globe, pushing His truth, all truth to sincerity and strength of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. GMS Arkansas got this little lesson on the destruction that's coming. The Lord will find a way for us to escape. Okay? Flee to the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach Azul. That's a certain location. So the thermonuclear destruction is going to cause the governments of the mountains to split. Literally, the literal mountains are going to be melting. Okay, because thermonuclear destruction is going to destroy every element spoken of in the scriptures that's going to be in front. And the only way to escape is going to be up. Okay, that's going to be the only way you're going to escape. And the escape is going to come through the armies of the heavens. Yahweh Shai is going to bring his armies with him. Okay, and that's going to be our escape. Lord willing, we part of those men. I say that in confidence, not boasting. Because if we do what we're supposed to, the Heavenly Father will keep His promise. Revelations 19:14, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen and clean. So the heavenly hosts, the angels, and those who are redeemed already in heaven are going to accompany Yahweh Shai and coming back to gather the elect, pursuant to Matthew 24:31. Okay. He followed him on white horses, him being Yahweh Shai, and he's a rider of, it said, the white horses, which indicates a submission to Yahweh Shai's authority, and they're going to participate in his victory. And that white horse, earlier it says the coming of Mashiach, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat up on him was called faithful and true, and righteous he does judge and make war. So that's who's going to be riding on the white horse, is Yahweh Shai, which that white horse symbolizes victory and righteous and triumph in battle. Because if you go back into the ancient world, a general will ride up on a white horse in his procession to show you that he has had victory over his enemies. Okay, so it says, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen. The linen and clean represents the righteousness of the saints. White and clean symbolizes purity and holiness and becoming righteous and not sinful. So Yahweh Shai is basically returning. When you see him in these chariots, in this procession, okay, this procession he's coming back in, he's coming to basically as a conquering king. You see what I'm saying? And the armies, the angels are going to participate in his triumph, but he's going to be the one lead that battle. Okay, he's going to lead us to the win that battle. And that battle is going to involve the beast and the false prophet and these earthly kings and their armies. Okay, when you go into 2nd Ezra, I think 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, it tells you how the armies of the earth are going to turn to fight against Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, when you go into the book of Daniel, I think 7, I want to say 13 and 14, the Son of Man presented, and I saw a night vision, and behold, one like unto the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. You see that? So that night vision was being a prophetic. He had dreams and revelations from the Most High. Daniel did. Okay. In those clouds of heaven, we know what the clouds represents, the chariots. These are the divine presence of glory. Okay, the authority they're gonna bring is like a coronation session, a scene of like, you know what I mean, it's gonna be like a procession, man. All those chariots, and they're gonna be getting up the elect out of here because the thermonuclear structure is gonna be so great. When you read 14, and there was given his dominion. See, that's what he receives after he comes. He receives dominion, glory, and eternal kingdom. That's what it says. And was given to him dominion and glory and the kingdom. See, eternal kingdom, and all people, nations, and languages should serve him. So the people go out to bow down. It's when we're going to take the crowns of the kings spoken of in 19, in 11 or 12. His dominion is everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, in his kingdom, which shall not be destroyed. So when the Lord come back with this procession, it's going to be the takeover. It's going to be the grand takeover. Okay. And not to be, we're not going to be downtrodden ever again. We're always going to be on top from that point on. Zechariah 14:3. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of the battle. See? So it shifts from the Heavenly Father all this time. He's been patient. Okay? He's been patient now. He's not going to be patient no more. His patience is about to turn to actions. Okay? It says against the nations, man, the ones who are gathered against what Jerusalem, spoken of, I think, in Joel. Okay? Which represents they are global opposition to the Lord's people. So this is going to be a climactic conflict between good and evil. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord is about to go into warrior mode, snatch up his people. You see what I'm saying? He's going to snatch up his people, man. 1 Thessalonians 4:16, it says, and the Lord himself shall descend from the heavens with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in the Mashiach shall rise first. Because we had brothers who have died in the truth. They came into the truth and died in the truth. Those are the ones that are going to be redeemed. They're going to be on them ships when they come back. Okay? And it says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So we're going to meet the Lord in the air. The elect are going to be beamed up. It's possible, like, you might see the same type of blue beam that's hit the planet, taking the elect to the air. Okay? It's going to be a hell of a destruction. Like I said, the only way we got to go is up. There ain't no other way. You know, during the Red Sea, we went across. We was on the bottom of the ground, going across with the water, the walls of the water above us. We went through the sea. This time, the thermonuclear destruction is coming across the land, and we have to be taken out another way. And this says, Isaiah 26:20, come, my people, enter into thy chambers and shut thy door about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment until the indignation overpass. See, like those chariots going to be bringing thermonuclear destruction. They're going to be bombing. The nation's going to be bringing the thermonuclear destruction. It's going to be spreading across the land of America as a whole. And only way we got to go is up. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment till the indignation be overpassed. The righteous anger of the Heavenly Father. Hide ourselves where in the chariots. This is the bridegroom coming to receive his bride. Okay. It says, for behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth. See, he's going to go from patient to action for their iniquity. And the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. Man. So, the Heavenly Father's Son and his procession of angels are coming back to grab the elect of the nation of Israel, pursuant to Matthew 25:31. Okay, in 2 Ezra 13, man. So we patiently wait for this day, man. It's going to be a glorious day, a day of authority, a day of submission, a day of triumph, a day of victory. So with that, man, I hope this lesson was edifying to the election of Israel. Call Allah Ibla Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Wahara Kodash. Shalom.